Why is the Chinese middle class crazily pursuing Hong Kong identity? From 2020 to 2022, Hong Kong has accumulated a population loss of 187,300, with an annual decrease of 93,800. In October 2022, Hong Kong Chief Executive Li Ka-chow's first policy address pointed out that over the past 2 years, Hong Kong's workforce has lost approximately 140,000 people. The population of Hong Kong has been in a net outflow state for 3 consecutive years. Net migration covers the movement of Hong Kong residents entering and leaving Hong Kong for various purposes such as work, education, and immigration. Although the Hong Kong government does not agree with the immigration wave in Hong Kong, it also admits that, in the past 10 years, Hong Kong residents excluding one-way ticket holders have recorded net immigration in most years. Throughout Hong Kong's century-long history, it can also be seen that the immigration wave and return wave in Hong Kong have been fluctuating and alternating, which is not new. This is a city where people keep leaving and people keep pouring in. In the early 1990s, due to the current situation, Hong Kong people felt insecure about the Hong Kong government. Many people moved their families and immigrated overseas on a large scale, with 300,000 people fleeing. At the beginning of 2000, Hong Kong's financial and real estate industries gradually flourished, and many people returned to Hong Kong. In Canada alone, 30,000 people returned. At that time, countless mainland Chinese people also tried their best to go to Hong Kong. In addition to getting married and immigrating, there were those who invested 10 million yuan in Hong Kong through the Capital Entry Plan, those who migrated to Hong Kong through the Excellent Talent Plan and Professional Talent Plan, and those who obtained Hong Kong residency through studying abroad, all hoping to get a share in the cake of Hong Kong. As an international financial center, Hong Kong has experienced the Asian financial crisis in 1997, the bursting of the foam in 2000, the SARS event in 2004, and the global financial tsunami in 2008. Compared with the strong winds and waves in Hong Kong, what Hong Kong is facing now is just a small wave. From various signs, it seems that Hong Kong's second spring may be coming, and unlike when the black and violent forces were rampant before, the national security law has given Hong Kong a stable basic pattern. The confidence of Hong Kong lies in its reliance on Greater China, because Hong Kong is too special. It is only a matter of time before Hong Kong reaches its peak again. Many high-net-worth individuals in Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen, even the middle class, have been trying to establish a Hong Kong identity recently. Many people who are slow to respond may not understand why they are fooling around with their identity. That's because in their understanding, there is no concept of identity dividend yet. What is identity dividend? To give the simplest example, students from other places are exhausted and attend Tsinghua and Peking University. Beijing students can easily attend Tsinghua and Peking University. Hong Kong students are exempt from admission to Tsinghua and Peking University. It's not about how big the gap is among these children themselves. What really opens the gap is their identity, their parents' cognition and choices. The advantages brought by identity dividend are not just temporary, but will be like a snowball rolling, and the gap between them and ordinary people will also widen accordingly. You have to admire these visionary parents, who have sharp insights and long-term plans. The Singapore craze of the past 2 years and the recent Hong Kong craze have probably been sparked by these shrewd and successful individuals. People with this understanding have indeed had a lot of in-depth contact with Shirtong Jun during his 15-plus years of overseas immigration and investment. According to data statistics, the number of applicants from mainland China for the Hong Kong talent program has increased threefold recently. The Gaotsai Tong plan, launched by Hong Kong at the end of last year, has received approximately 23,000 applications as of mid-April this year, of which nearly 14,000 have been approved. The daily number of new applications has remained stable at about 200, with 90% of them being high net worth and middle-class individuals from the mainland. The vast majority of approved applicants have already planned to take their families to live in Hong Kong. Not only that, Hong Kong will also restart the investment immigration program that has been suspended for 8 years in the near future, which is equivalent to opening a big gap for the elite group with entry plans. Hong Kong's thirst for talent is partly due to the urgent need to optimize its talent structure. The Hong Kong Inland Revenue Department will issue 2.4 million personal tax returns this year, a decrease of 70,000 compared to last year, marking 3 consecutive years of decline and reaching a new low in 9 years. The conclusion drawn by the Statistics Department is also not optimistic. The data shows that the working population in Hong Kong decreased by as much as 94,000 people last year, a record high in 40 years. On the other hand, there are also reasons for intensified competition for talent worldwide. In the 32nd Global Financial Center Index report, released in October 2022, Singapore has surpassed Hong Kong to become the largest financial center in Asia. Hong Kong is no longer the largest gathering place for family offices in the Asia-Pacific region. A large proportion of the people who crazily open family offices in Singapore are wealthy and middle-class individuals from mainland China, who vote with their feet and help Singapore complete its anti-Hong Kong campaign. It should be noted that Hong Kong has always been one of the world's top financial centers, and its most important identity has been surpassed by Singapore, which is so close in geographical location. It is not difficult to imagine the psychological shock. This has also intensified Hong Kong's efforts and determination to attract talents from mainland China. After all, the elite group with wealth and talent is still very popular. If you don't grab it, others will grab it. It must be admitted that in many aspects, Hong Kong still has unparalleled advantages over other cities in the mainland, and its identity still has a special, golden value. Because there are many things that mainland identity cannot do, but Hong Kong identity can, such as international education, top-notch healthcare, low taxes, free flow of funds without foreign exchange controls, and so on. 1. Children's education. The more economically developed a city is, the more likely it is to become a highland for education internalization. Due to the existence of the college entrance examination system and the continuous shortage of high-quality educational resources in mainland China, competition is inevitable. Entering higher education and choosing schools have become a part of the education arms race, and parents in first-tier cities must have a deep understanding of this. Wise parents have long given up allowing their children to pass the college entrance examination and enter university. After obtaining their Hong Kong identity, they will allow their children to take the DSE exam and the Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan Overseas Chinese Student Joint Examination. Regardless of which option they choose, they can easily transition to top universities. If you choose to study in Hong Kong, you can enjoy 15 years of compulsory education. Spend less money to allow children to enjoy high-quality international education resources in Hong Kong. Not only are tuition fees free, but the Education Bureau and Donghua Third Hospital also provide a lot of educational support and assistance to help families in Hong Kong coordinate parent-child relationships. At the same time, you can also apply to Hong Kong universities, 132 mainland universities, and over 300 overseas universities through the results of the Hong Kong DSE exam. If you choose to study in mainland China, you can enroll in pure foreign international schools without any barriers. The most important thing is that children can not only take the college entrance examination for further education, but also pass the Hong Kong, Macau, Taiwan, and Chinese Overseas Student Joint Examination. Due to the advantages of simple test questions and low admission scores, the Overseas Chinese Joint Examination is a shortcut to attend a prestigious university at Tsinghua University and Peking University, with a score of 400 being able to attend domestic prestigious universities. 2. Tax planning. Tax planning has also become a major reason for middle-class mainland Chinese to apply for Hong Kong status. The tax rate in Hong Kong ranges from 2% to 17%, while the tax rate in mainland China ranges from 3% to 45%. In Hong Kong, individuals with an annual income of less than 132,000 Hong Kong dollars are exempt from tax, while couples with an annual income of less than 264,000 Hong Kong dollars are exempt from tax. In mainland China, the exemption point is 60,000 renminbi per year, and couples cannot declare together. The middle class in mainland China actually suffers losses in taxation, because personal income tax is essentially a middle-class tax. Poor people cannot reach, or pay very little, and rich people can also achieve no need to pay. Rich people can fully purchase luxury homes and cars under the name of the company, which are conventional legal tax avoidance methods. In short, there are various ways for wealthy individuals to avoid taxes, which ordinary middle-class people dare not think of and cannot do. The landlord's rental income, corporate dividends, and the price difference on resale properties are generally much lower than the labor income tax rate, and even the vast majority of landlords' rental income does not need to be taxed at all. However, for the majority of the middle class, the main source of income is wages, and the maximum 45% tax rate greatly lowers the income limit of the mainland middle class. Therefore, after obtaining a Hong Kong identity, one can save a lot of taxes and fees for themselves and their families. 3. Free entry and exit. After obtaining a permanent resident identity card, outstanding applicants can apply for a Hong Kong Special Administrative Region passport and enjoy visa-free treatment in multiple countries. Holding a Hong Kong SAR passport allows for visa-free entry into 168 countries and regions worldwide, including developed countries in Europe and America such as the UK, Canada, Italy, France, etc. It is convenient for asset allocation, unobstructed travel around the world, and easy entry to study in countries such as Europe and America. In addition, member countries of the Commonwealth such as Canada and New Zealand will also provide very lenient immigration conditions for Hong Kong citizens. 4. Personal development. After obtaining Hong Kong identity, one can retain their mainland household registration while also enjoying the convenience and benefits brought by Hong Kong identity. You can choose to continue developing in mainland China, or choose to develop in Hong Kong. You can also use Hong Kong as a springboard to seek opportunities overseas, with more diverse choices. Moreover, public institutions in the Greater Bay Area will provide policy support and financial subsidies for public recruitment of Hong Kong and Macau residents. Encourage young people from Hong Kong and Macau to innovate and start businesses in the 9 mainland cities of the Greater Bay Area, and also provide them with subsidies for personal income tax burden differences. The above, relying on the household registration of first-tier cities to solve it, can be said to be fantastical. So it's not surprising that the middle class in mainland China are eyeing Hong Kong identity.